Carlson. I'm going to tell some jokes to you guys tonight, if that'd be alright.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to start this set by pointing out that my parents are in the audience. And I'm like, doing stand-up in front of your parents. I say that for two reasons. One, if none of these jokes go well, you can blame them for putting me into existence. And also, directed to my parents, I'm sorry for all the things you're going to learn about me tonight in the set. So, cocaine! No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I do have this issue on the streets of Chicago where people keep coming up to me and offering to sell me cocaine. Which is cool, like I'm glad I'm approachable, but that means I look like somebody who would buy cocaine from a stranger on the street. That can't be what my parents wanted from me. I've had a rough couple of weeks recently. Graduating, planning my move out to LA. I just recently had to dump my girlfriend. Yeah, she threw me a surprise party. I mean, the party was great. It's just how can you trust somebody that can keep a secret that well for 3 weeks? Fucking snake. My ex-girlfriend did do this thing though, where she smoked cigarettes, which was a bummer. Not for health reasons, but because like culturally it's confusing. Because people that smoke cigarettes do this thing where they bum cigarettes when they're out of cigarettes. You know, like, hey, can I bum a cigarette? You know, just one. When I'm hungry, I don't walk up to strangers on the street like, hey, can I get a bite of your sandwich? You know, just one. Or if I'm out of money down at the bar, I'm like, hey, can I get a sip of your mojito? Just one. Or if, I lie to somebody that I'm interested in and say that I'm a parent so that I seem more responsible, but I don't actually have a kid and she wants to meet the kids, then I have to go up to a group of family members on the street and ask if I can borrow one of their kids, just one. Then I got a whole pack of them. I don't know why I'm vaudeville when I talk to strangers, but I like it. I'm balding, which is a bummer. You can't tell now because I've been prepping at an outlet bald for decades. If you look back, my dad is completely bald. Thank you, John. It's a bummer in the dating world when you're young, because when you're old and you're bald, people are like, they're so wise. They have so much years of experience. When you're young and bald, you just look really fucking stressed out. Everybody's like, that kid needs to see a therapist. And I do. Her name is Stephanie, and she's great. Balding, it's been happening, but like really slowly, and it's really painful. It's like when you rip a Band-Aid off, but slowly. A fun little segue here. I think it would have been scary to be Mother Mary, like the night Jesus was born. Because the Bible never specifies that Jesus was going to be a human baby. Just the Son of God. And I just imagine in the nativity scene where instead of baby Jesus, it's a Demogorgon that pops out. It's like, oh, you're cleansing your sins! And the 3 wise men walk in like, hey, we're here to see Jesus Christ! They're scared by the Demogorgon. Cemeteries are freaky. Mostly because I'm worried about catching a ghost. Not fun catch like ghost hunters, but like how you catch a gold. But it's instead of achoo, you say boo. Oh 9 for them, 1 for you, right? You can blame John Carlson for that one. It has been weird. Cemeteries also freak me out because there are those houses that are on the lot that clearly were somebody else's personal home at one point. Which means sometime in the 1800s, people were like, hey, it's the 1800s, people die a lot. What are we going to do with all these bodies? And some dude just looked around give me $50 and put them in my backyard. And that's how it is, cemeteries. Death has been surrounding my life recently. That's a lot more depressing than I intended to make that segue. My dog did just die recently. He passed away. He was 15. He was a sweet little corgi. He had cancer in his stomach. It's time for him to go. He was the sweetest little pup. The biggest asshole I've ever met in my entire life. We would try to do these things, we'd be really cute with each other, he'd lay on my chest, and he would do things like sneeze directly into my mouth. The last thing he did before he passed away was manage to somehow get up onto my bed, pee on my pillow, get off, and then make it clear that he needed to go to the vet. And if that's not a metaphor for my relationship with my dog, I don't know what is. Oh man. And he was doing fine until around like November of 2016. And I don't want to imply that Donald Trump gave my dog cancer. But I think maybe Donald Trump gave my dog cancer. He's a bad person. I have one last story I'm going to tell you guys. I think it's appropriate to say this because my parents are in the audience and maybe I can get some answers. I moved around a lot as a kid. I moved about 27 times. That's not a made-up number. We moved a lot, not for anything cool like the Navy or anything, we just like moved. Because of that, I think I may have been molested as a kid. Stick with me, I'll explain. A few weeks ago I received this handwritten letter from a Gerald Smith, which is concerning for a couple of reasons. I don't know anybody named Gerald, it's 2018. I don't know how he would have found my address, and I don't know anybody that knows where to get postage stamps to send a letter. I opened up the letter, and all it said was, "Dear Colby, I'm so sorry for everything, Gerald." You can see how that would be concerning to read from a stranger. So I looked this guy up on Facebook, and it turns out that right after he sent that letter, he died. How rude is that shit? You don't get to send a letter like that with no context and then fucking die, dick. So I asked my mom about it, because moms have all the answers. Happy Mother's Day. Day late, whatever. And it turns out that this man had dropped my older brother on his head when he was a baby. And now my brother is gay. Not because he was dropped on his head as a baby, he just happened to be gay. But this man thought that he had made my brother gay by dropping him on his head. And he was writing to apologize to me for the horrible life I lived having a gay brother. No, you don't feel as bad about me calling him a dick for dying. Which, that doesn't make any sense at all, right? Okay, then nobody's gay because they get dropped on their head as a baby. My brother's gay because my parents didn't raise him right. My name is Colby Carlson. You guys have been fantastic. Have a great night, everyone.